it's time to introduce our keynote speaker. This is sort of a prodigal homecoming for our keynote speaker. Our keynote speaker presentation today is called Personal Brand Power Marketing. He is a multi-award winning keynote speaker, author, and educator, and former president of the Toast of Severna Park Club. He has held various executive positions, including Chief Information Officer in healthcare, biotechnology, education, and energy. His latest book, Bring Inner Greatness Out, personal brand available worldwide in ebook, print, and audio. This is something you can share with your trialogue, quadrilogue, quintalogue, sextology, whatever. Share it with your friends. His methodology for building a compelling global personal brand for success in any field. His interview was published this month in the UK, where he shares more about his journey as an author. And I will give you the link on chat where you can view more of his journey. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome the Honorable Toastmaster keynote speaker, Dr. Mansur Hasib.
Congratulations, Bangladesh, on the 50th anniversary of Victory Day. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, how many of you know of Gandhi? How about Sheikh Mujibur Rahman? Malala? Beyonce? How would your sales do if they were your brand ambassadors? But since you cannot get them, you have to become famous like them. Personal brand powered marketing is low cost, high impact, and has a long shelf life. It works in any field, anywhere in the world. First, let's understand why we buy anything. For us to buy anything, value must be higher than the price. The higher the value compared to the price, the more likely we are to buy. However, value is a feeling. In traditional marketing, feeling of value is created through ads. But ads are expensive, have a short shelf life, and limited impact. Thus, they have to be repeated constantly to the point of irritation. But technology gives us a voice to communicate on a global scale and build global personal brands, which means anyone can be a brand ambassador today. It's cheap, has a long shelf life, and very high impact. Let me share a story. Early 2016, I joined as chair of a 10-year-old university program with 1,500 students. Immediately, I adjusted my personal branding activities to promote my program at a cost of $0. That fall, we had the highest enrollment ever in the history of the program. Enrollment increased 48 to 69% annually, yet enrollment at the university was down 4.2%. And the marketing department laid off a lot of student recruiters. What did I do to cause this level of impact? First, I established a relationship with all students and faculty using digital tools. I established a relationship with career services, so students started their job search at the beginning of the program, not the end. I coached students on personal branding and public speaking. I encouraged them to join Toastmasters and made it part of the core curriculum, because knowledge alone is not sufficient. Graduates must be able to talk about themselves confidently and must have a personal brand to break through the noise to land jobs. Every job has two parts. One, required by the organization, and two, what you uniquely bring to the job. Don't ever let the job define you. Instead, define the job in your image. That will make you irreplaceable. I negotiated free conference booths, display tables, passes for students. I took 50, 30, 25 students for free. We won awards individually and for the program. The program won Best Cybersecurity Higher Education Program in the USA in 2018 and 2019. Graduates won awards. Faculty won awards. I appeared on TV. I created a YouTube channel. At times, even a single conference had 4 or 5 of my students or faculty speaking at the event. All these created an incredible level of value. By the middle of 2019, enrollment tripled to 4,800 students globally. Revenue jumped from 30 million to 117 million annually. Was it due to my personal brand? Well, in January of 2020, I joined another university, and 400 students followed. Enrollment at the previous university plummeted immediately. Less than 2 years after my departure, enrollment and revenue dropped so quickly that they had to have multiple rounds of layoffs. What happened? Marketing is global. Therefore, marketing must also be global. Traditional marketing on a global scale is very expensive. People are also moving away from traditional media. But marketing has always been about relationships through dialogues and not trialogues. Personal branding creates powerfully strong relationships, and this creates incredible feelings of value. People trust us, and trust is power. You will pay more to someone you trust, even if someone else offers a lower price. You will not even look at competitors. If we lower price, we lose profits, we reduce quality. I never competed on price. That's a losing proposition. I always decide what I need to charge to provide a service at a memorable level. Then I make value higher than price through packaging. Personal branding is the packaging we put around ourselves. Thus, whatever we do and whatever we associate our personal brand with increases in value. Personal brands are more powerful than corporate brands because people build relationships with people. I had a chance to discover this in 2017 when I competed for the People's Choice Award in cybersecurity against four individuals and 19 companies. I won by a large margin against massive companies with million subscribers and hefty marketing budgets. This was not a fluke, because I won this award again in 2020 in the middle of this global pandemic. And this time, I won with the highest number of votes ever cast in that contest. Why? Because my network of people and relationships is much larger now than it was in 2017. I invite you to market your business through the power of your personal brands. You will be amazed at the results. People connect with people through dialogue. Do not engage in trialogues. Do not be dilatory in embarking on this journey. Start today. Greatness is a choice. You do not have to be perfect. You need to perfect your uniqueness. Do not look for a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Ride the rainbow forever. Let's open the floor up for questions or comments. Welcome to turn on your microphones, videos, and ask some questions or make some comments about what you heard. When are you going to do your journey?
Hello. Sorry for the interruption. Hello from India. This is Bishakha Jain, Dr. Hasib's mentee, and a true testimony of what personal brand can do for you. So it was almost a year ago when I approached Dr. Hasib, because I have read his book some more than 5 years ago. It's not even 5 years, because while I was planning for an MBA, I read cybersecurity leadership because I was already into cybersecurity. So I had two choices: either to go for a general MBA, and that did not lucrate me. Why? Because I was a poor student in engineering. Honestly, I did MBA for money. I had no aspirations of being a topper or anything. That was me at that point in time. We all change, because change is the only constant, and I was young, so we all make mistakes, and that's okay. And then what happened next was I landed into the world of communities thanks to IBM, and then I went on to explore other communities, and InfoSec Kids was one of those communities. And there I had this campaign on 100 days of InfoSec, wherein I was inviting global practitioners to write a quote on cyber awareness for children. So, as a person who has always been stalking Dr. Hasib, I approached him, and I had no clue that in my head I had nothing to lose. Either he responds to my message or he blocks me on LinkedIn. That was the only thing that he could have done had he been offended of my creepy nature. Because I went to him, Dr. Hasib, would you mind giving me a quote? A stranger out of nowhere going to a well accomplished person in cybersecurity for a quote. So that was a little funny, but then I tried, and I'm very proud of the fact that I tried. And then what? What next? It was in Conversations of Dr. Cybersecurity, the first episode where of 2021, where I was the guest, first episode, first guest. That was the first time I spoke at a podcast. I used to teach people, but I never spoke online, and that was the first time my video was recorded. Honestly, now it's leading in his podcast on Spotify. I'm very embarrassed because the way I used to talk, I mean, I can see the growth and the power of personal brand. So because of Dr. Hasib, I went on to meet many people and learn from them. I was invited at many places. All I did was follow the thumb rule of his book. That was showing up and networking, and that is what makes me come up here. He invited me to this event, and I was very happy that I got a chance to attend a Toastmaster of a neighboring country. I am from India, so nothing like that. And then what happened? Personal brand. So I had close to 600 followers on LinkedIn uh, last December, and now I have close to 6,500 plus followers, and those are organic followers. I never asked somebody to follow me. I just kept working. And as Dr. Hasib said, that don't look for the pot of gold, keep riding the rainbow. All I did was I started teaching. I started taking up conferences, applying for conferences, working on my public speaking skills, and I'll be entering Toastmasters soon from January 2021, Toast of Severna Park, where Dr. Hasib used to be a president. So yeah, that's my journey about personal brand. So now all I can say is you can Google my name as to who I am, and that's the power of personal brand. You'll get to know about me on the internet. So that was my time.
Thank you. That is wonderful. Over to the Toastmaster of the day.